I want to pivot from one conference finalist to another and talk about the Dallas Mavericks because Jason Kidd pregame said this exactly about Luka Doncic and his usage. If we keep this up, then he will not be human if he gets past Christmas. So one or the other is going to show he's human or he's not. And we believe that he's human. The Mavs were actually in action last night versus DC, so let's get to that highlight. Now, this was fun because we saw a little bit of Balenciaga Kuzma, and you can see it starting in the third quarter. Hey. Wizards down 6.
Hey.
Look at that find to Rui Hachimura.
I actually found this game last night randomly when I was wrestling with my son, and Kuz was cooking, boy. Oh, my God.
Do the Barnes boys love Kuz?
My younger son loved the uniform, so he actually sat and watched too. But
Ash?
Yeah, Kuz put that show on last night.
He really did. By the way, Rui Hachimura had 23 points off the bench. And Luka, he gets 22 points on just 8 of 21 shooting, and he also had a game-high 5 turnovers. And you can see right there, he gets bumped and missed down low, and then he has some words, and he eventually gets teed up. So,
he's been a lot better about this of late, you know, but I just think this fatigue is setting in. We forgot he played we haven't forgot, he played all summer, and he's carrying such a huge workload for this Mavericks team.
But the night belonged to Kyle Kuzma. Look at that catch and shoot 3. He had 36 and 11. The Wizards win 113-105. Here is his coach, Jason Kidd, and Luka after the game.
LD is human. We talked about it pregame. Even his so-called bad games still can give you a position to win.
Defense, fatigue, a little bit of everything. You know, had a real busy summer. I think a little bit came after me. I'm just feeling more tired in the court these last 2 games than anything, but that's not an excuse, no. So I think it's a little bit of everything. They've been throwing good defense on me too, so a little bit of everything. I don't watch those statistics, you know, because nowadays you guys have statistics for everything, you know. Whoever drinks 1 espresso before the game and scores 5 points gets the record. So I don't really follow it, but I'm sure we're going to talk about it.
Hey, Luka, here's another statistic. Luka this year boasts a 39.1 usage percentage. That ranks 3rd in the entire NBA over the last 40 single seasons, behind only 16, 17 Russ, and 18, 19 Harden. Only Michael Jordan has won a title in this time during a season, ranking in the top 100 of usage percentage. And he did so, y'all, 5 times.
Wow.
Are we surprised it's Michael Jordan? No. So, Perk, what's the Mavs ceiling as currently constructed?
Oh, their first round exit. That's their ceiling. The Mavs took Jalen Brunson for granted. And I think we as fans and in the media, we also took Jalen Brunson and what he brought to this team for granted because he's still doing a hell of a job in the Knicks uniform right now, and he's proven to be a 20-plus score night. And I just talked about this. If you don't have that Robin, if you don't have that guy that's capable of going out there and putting up a 40-piece wing dinner, spicy, all flats on the side of you, then you're not going to get far. And all of a sudden, the Dallas Mavericks, they're leaning too much on Luka just to pull out regular season wins. Think about it. He's having to drop 35, 14, and 11 for them to come out on a regular season win because he doesn't have that other star on the side of him. And their first round exit unless they switch things up.
Perk, your chicken wing analogies are my absolute favorite. Zach, can the Mavs accomplish their goals relying this much on Luka to do everything?
I'm more in the mood for a taco night tonight than a wing night, but I like it anyway. Look, I think we're also, what Perk is saying is we're talking about who's the second best player on the Dallas Mavericks. I feel like we've been talking about this since it was clear the Kristaps Porzingis-Luka pairing was not going to work. The Mavs have 3 guys on their team who can create their own shots. Luka, Spencer Dinwiddie, he's doing his job, 18 a game, shooting well from the floor, and Christian Wood, who's played well off the bench. And if they're worried about easing the burden on Luka, I think they need to lean more into lineups that have all 3 of them on the floor at the same time. They've been hesitant to do that because of what it might do to their defense. Somebody's got to sit among Reggie Bullock and Dorian Finney-Smith, Maxi Kleber, the centers. I get those concerns, but if this becomes their number 1 concern, one way to alleviate it is play those 3 guys together and see how and if Luka can offload some of the offense to those other 2 guys, because everyone else is pretty much just a spot-up guy.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.